This is a very difficult time. There are multiple things changing.
And it's much more complicated than just the number on the scale.
First on Fox, what staying too thin during your pregnancy can do to you and your baby. Good evening, I'm Michelle Carolla. Thanks so much for joining us for Fox 47 News at 9. New moms can feel a lot of pressure to get thin right after giving birth, but that's pushing some people to the point of pregorexia, which is when women don't gain enough weight to support a healthy pregnancy and a newborn. Fox 47's Danica Lewis is here with this Fox 47 exclusive.
We wanted to talk to doctors, Michelle, about this so-called condition. From celebrities celebrating thin frames right out of labor, stay skinny trends, maybe even a pre-existing condition. Women going to extremes to stay thin during pregnancy is rare but real. And while research is lacking, it can go too far.
But this is a good one to really strengthen that posterior chain as well. So
trimming down or shaping up.
Stretching the glutes at the bottom.
Hybrid fitness has all walks of life. Walking, running, and lifting in its gym.
Keeping everything square to the ground.
But Mike Gorski wants everyone he trains to have realistic expectations.
The intensity is a little bit different.
Especially those expecting. With headlines almost written to scare moms from a scale, doctors now have to watch for women over-exercising and under-eating through the 9 months and manage some of those expectations once the baby is born.
Because they see, celebrities lose it like that, and it's not easy, and the women are under a lot of stress.
You will not go back immediately to your pre-pregnancy body.
Meritor obstetrician Chanel Tyler and other medical professionals agree. Pregorexia is not a true medical diagnosis, but cutting serious calories can lead to low baby birth weight, miscarriage, even fetal death.
If you don't give your body those things in the amount that it needs, you can't therefore supply them to the baby.
It's important for you to eat healthy, continue to be active.
Dr. Danielle Gindelsberger at Dean says the condition is rare but real, and sometimes it's tough to judge who is trying to not gain enough weight.
Depending upon your own personal health history, your weight gain might be completely different than the average woman's weight gain.
But gaining the typical 30 pounds or so can weigh heavily on someone with an eating disorder. Women perhaps most prone to pregorexia-type symptoms. UW eating disorder specialist Dr. Paula Cody.
A lot of times their self-worth is tied into what the number on the scale says or what they see in the mirror. And pregnancy is obviously a time where that number on the scale is going to change and what they see in the mirror is going to change. And that is a very stressful time for people who have struggled with body image issues.
While it's biologically tougher for her patients to get pregnant, Cody says it happens and puts added stress on their weakened hearts. There's little research on the topic, Cody says, because every eating disorder case is so different.
More needs to be done, and how to do that, I'm not exactly sure.
Just because you're more flexible
Back at Hybrid
doesn't mean you should try to extend past the normal range of motion.
Gorski concentrates on core work and makes sure moms-to-be aren't pushing it too hard. Gorski also gets pregnant women eating enough food that's good for them.
Because if you're putting the right stuff in your body before, during, and after pregnancy, it's going to make it that much easier to carry those habits over once the mother has the child and life becomes a little more stressful.
And whether working out or in a waiting room, it's about everyone having those realistic expectations when someone is expecting. And maybe every once in a while, actually talking through a healthy term.
This isn't fun. I don't feel great. This isn't what I thought it was going to be. Sometimes you need to have permission to say that. It doesn't mean that you love your baby less. It doesn't mean that you're not a good mom. Sometimes you just need to be able to say it and validate it and not judged.
Now, another scary situation with this concept. Women can hide their eating disorder behind their pregnancies, confusing bulimia for morning sickness or anorexia for just someone who is thinner during their pregnancy. Michelle.
You also mentioned that it's really not that common of a disorder.
That's absolutely right. Doctors say the more prevalent problem is actually overweight pregnancies. It's harder to perform emergency C-sections, and it can bring other serious medical complications for mom and baby. But with all of those images online and in magazines, it can be tough to appreciate what motherhood actually looks like. Tomorrow night, I'm taking you to a Chicago photo studio where a project is celebrating the beauty of our bodies post-pregnancy, so you'll make sure to turn into that as well. Certainly the absolute opposite of what we're seeing in these magazines and online.
Right, can't wait to see that actually.
Yeah, it'll be really great.
Good, super. Thank you, Danica.
Thank you.